Let's start our discussion now. Raj, Raj.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so before start Palo Alto Firewall training, guys, please help me. Okay. Faz, Raj, do you have any idea about firewall box? What do you think about firewall? Raj, Faz.
Yes, sir. Firewall is like an device which can be protect our network.
Detect our network, right? It's a security device.
Correct.
Okay. We can filter our traffic. We can filter our incoming traffic and outgoing traffic or traffic traveling through the box. Okay. Let's start our discussion. Faz, can you hear me, dear? Faz, Faz, hello. Okay, so what is firewall device? Firewall is just like a router. Raj, fast. Firewall, just like a router. If you guys remember router device, so we can configure routing on router. Same concept we can implement in firewall device. In router, we can configure VPN option, virtual private network. Same concept you can configure in firewall box. Okay, we can configure NAT on router, network address translation. Same option you can configure on firewall device. So what is firewall? Firewall is just like a router, just like a router. But yes, we have some advanced feature in firewall device. We have some advanced feature which router cannot provide you. Router cannot provide you. So you can say firewall is a system. Firewall is a system that can manage access between network. Between network means what? We have a LAN network, WAN network, and DMZ network. So firewall is a system or group of system that can manage access between network. What is LAN network? LAN network is what? Our private network portion. What is WAN network? Our public side network.
Right.
Public side, or you can say ISP side network. So we are familiar with LAN side network and WAN side network. LAN is what? Private network, and WAN is what? Public network. What is DMZ? Faz, Raj, what is DMZ? Any idea about DMZ network? Raj,
No, sir.
any idea about DMZ network? Okay, no problem. See, so let's talk about why we need DMZ. It's called demilitarized zone. You can say DMZ or you can say demilitarized zone. So we are familiar with LAN, we are familiar with WAN. So what is the use of DMZ network? Let's talk about scenario. So for example, I have a firewall device. Faz, dear, can you hear me? Okay, so let's take example. I have a firewall device. Okay, any firewall device, So this portion, it's a LAN portion. It's a LAN side network. And in LAN side network, I have multiple servers, for example, web server, DNS server, SMTP server, FTP server. So I have multiple servers, web, DNS, SMTP, and FTP. And yes, computers. These are what? Desktop computers, laptop computer, and some confidential servers we have in our LAN side network, company confidential servers. Okay, this side we are using as a ISP side network, public side network, or you can say WAN side network, untrusted network. Okay, we don't know anything about DMZ right now. For example, we don't know anything about DMZ, demilitarized zone. I'm talking about WAN and LAN right now. So into this topology, if you want to allow some traffic from WAN side, for example, you want to allow some traffic from WAN side network. So yes, you can create policy because we have a firewall box. In firewall box to allow our traffic, we can create policy. We can create policy, for example, and in policy, you can define your L3 information and L4 information. L3 means what? Source IP, destination IP, and L4 means what? Service or protocol, you can say. So you can create a policy to allow some traffic from outside. In policy, you can define your source and destination IP, source and destination protocol. So as per your rule, yes, traffic is coming from outside. Traffic is this outside machine can communicate. Outside machine can communicate with this inside web server. Can communicate as per your policy configuration. In policy, you can define source IP can communicate with this particular destination IP. Remember ACL, Raj, Faj, or ACL concept in CCNA training?
Yes, sir.
In ACL, we can define, if you remember extended access list, you can define source IP, destination IP, service or protocol information. I'm talking about same option, same concept. So as per your policy rule, this outside machine can communicate with this web server. Traffic is traveling. But this traffic is initiated. This traffic is my point is this traffic is coming from untrusted network. Traffic is initiated from untrusted network from WAN side. So it may be possible. It may be possible this traffic can try to compromise your other devices. Can try, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because traffic is coming from untrusted network, so it may be possible it can try to compromise other devices. So what we can do into this scenario? Into this scenario, we can create a separate zone. We can create separate zone. So I'm trying to put these servers because these servers are publicly allowed. These servers are publicly allowed for outside machine, outside users. So I'm creating a separate zone here. Separate zone. Switch, separate zone, DMZ zone. It's just a name. DMZ is just a name. You can use my name, your name, no problem. DMZ, it's just a name. So you can create a separate zone and we can put all our servers, okay? Like web servers, SMTP server, DNS server, FTP server, because these servers are publicly allowed. These servers are publicly allowed. Outside users can access these servers. So into the scenario, now you can create policy. So if any traffic is coming from outside can hit on this public facing interface, and as per your configuration in firewall, as per your configuration, this traffic will redirect on DMZ side network. So this LAN portion, LAN network is what? It's a secure. This LAN network is what? It's secure. Clear? What is the use of DMZ server, DMZ network? In DMZ networks, we can put these servers, and these servers are publicly allowed for outside users, outside computers. Clear now? Faz, Raj.
Yes, sir.
This is called what? DMZ network. DMZ net, demilitarized zone. Now let's talk about some common concept in firewall. Some common concept. Okay, for example, okay, Faz, Raj, guys, do you have any other vendor information? Because we are learning Palo Alto, but do you have any other vendor name for next generation firewall? You know any
I
other
can
name,
say
Raj, Faz?
FortiGate.
FortiGate, right? FortiGate. So Fortinet is a vendor, right?
Okay.
Fortinet is a vendor. Palo Alto is a vendor, right?
Yes.
Palo Alto is a vendor. Any other? Checkpoint, right?
Yeah, checkpoint.
And Cisco. In Cisco, we have Cisco ASA
Yes, sir.
firewall, Cisco FTD firewall. So these are, my point is, these are top vendors. Fortinet, Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and ASA. Not ASA, it's a Cisco. So these are top vendors in the market. Top vendors. Okay, our focus is on Palo Alto. Palo Alto is the next generation firewall device, but these are top vendors. Okay, now let's talk about some common concept, common feature in every next generation firewall device. Common concept. So let's talk about stateful firewall concept. Stateful firewall concept. It's a common concept for any firewall device, second generation firewall device, next generation firewall device. This is called stateful firewall inspection. So what is a stateful firewall inspection? Let's create a topology. For example, I have a firewall device and I'm using Cisco ASA right now. Cisco ASA Adaptive Security Appliance. It's a Cisco ASA firewall box. It's a second generation firewall. This firewall can filter your traffic based on L3 and L4 information only. Okay. So for stateful firewall topic, let's use ASA into this topology. So this ASA firewall box, this ASA firewall box is connected with this LAN side network. So we have LAN side computer, and this portion we are using for ISP, untrusted network. So outside we have a server, for example, 8.8.8.8. And this inside machine IP address 192.168.10.10. So we are working with Cisco ASA firewall box. Cisco ASA works with a concept is called security level. Cisco ASA works with security level concept. Security level. So if you go to Cisco ASA firewall box, and this is what LAN interface, fast Ethernet 0/0, for example, this is fast Ethernet 0/1. So if you go to this interface and type a predefined keyword, if you type this predefined keyword INSIDE, if you type this predefined keyword, inside keyword INSIDE, so this interface will get a security level 100. If you go to other interface, any other interface, for example, this interface, onto this interface, if you are using any other keyword, not inside, any other keyword, your name, my name, for example, okay, I'm using outside keyword. So this interface will get a security level 0. So security level range is 0 to 100. In Cisco ASA firewall, by default traffic is allowed. No need to create any policy. By default traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. By default traffic is allowed. No need to create any policy something. No. It's a default concept in Cisco ASA firewall. Why we are creating this topology, Raj, Faz? Our topic is what? Stateful firewall, right? For stateful firewall discussion, I'm creating this topology. So now, this 10.10, my point is this 10.10 is trying to communicate with this outside server. So this traffic will go and hit on firewall interface. Now firewall will check, firewall can verify, okay, traffic is going to hit on security level 100 and trying to go to outside. So it's trying to travel from 100 to 0, trying to travel from higher to lower. So by default, traffic is allowed from higher to lower. Traffic is allowed by default. No need to create any policy in Cisco ASA firewall. So as per default concept, traffic is traveling. Traffic is traveling. And if traffic is traveling through the firewall box, then firewall will maintain the state of connection in a connection table. You can say connection table, you can say state table, you can say session table. So when traffic is traveling through the appliance, through the firewall box, firewall will maintain the state of connection in a table. It's a state table, or you can say connection table. And what it maintain in session table. So it maintain source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number. So as per our task right now, 192.168.10.10. This is our source IP, right? 192.168.10.10 source IP. What about destination port number? You can take any random port number, for example, 52,000. Destination IP is 8.8.8.8. And destination port number, for example, this machine is trying to come access this web service, for example, port number 443. So traffic is traveling. Okay, traffic is traveling through the firewall box, through the firewall box. And if traffic is traveling, firewall will maintain the state of connection in connection table, in state table. Now, what about reply packet? What about reply packet? If 8.8.8 will send reply packet. So reply packet will go and hit on this interface, and this interface security level is what? 0. So traffic is trying to travel from lower security level to higher security level, and lower to higher, everything deny. Lower to higher, everything deny. Faz, Raj, clear my point?
Yes, sir.
So when reply packet, my point is when reply packet will hit on firewall interface, firewall any interface, or if any traffic will hit on firewall any interface, firewall will check this traffic information in state table. Is there any entry available for this traffic? Firewall can check. So firewall can verify, okay, this traffic is coming from 8.8.8 and he's trying to communicate with 192.168.10.10 with port number. Verify Firewall can verify, okay, this traffic was initiated from inside because I have information in my session table. It's not a new connection. It's not a new connection from outside. The connection was initiated from inside because I have information in state table, in connection table. So firewall can verify if information is available in connection table, in state table, then firewall will allow this traffic. Firewall will allow this traffic. And this concept is called stateful firewall inspection. What is stateful firewall inspection? Let me tell you one more time. If traffic is traveling through the firewall box, through the firewall box, then firewall will maintain the state of connection in connection table and forward the packet to the outside. When reply packet will come and hit on interface, firewall will check this reply packet information in session table. If entry is available, it's allow, otherwise drop. And this session table I will show you in Palo Alto firewall device. Our focus is on Palo Alto firewall box. I will show you this session table information. But this concept is called stateful firewall concept. Fast clear? Raj, clear?
Yes, sir.
Faz, can you hear me, dear? You can type on chat window, okay? Faz, I can't hear you. Can you please type on chat window? Or you can check your headphone or earphone mic. Okay, perfect. Just type on, just type on chat window, okay? Now, if you have any question. So this is what stateful firewall concept. Stateful firewall, and it's the common concept. State table information, connection table information, you can verify in any firewall box. Let's talk about next common concept. Next common concept, it's a firewall mode. Firewall mode. So we can use our firewall device in two mode. Either we can use our complete box as a layer 3 firewall, or you can say NAT mode firewall, or you can say rooted mode firewall. This is the first mode. Second mode option, we can use our complete appliance as a layer 2 firewall. Layer 2 firewall, or you can say transparent firewall device. Transparent firewall. What is the difference in between L2 firewall and L3 firewall? So this firewall, for example, this firewall device, if I'm using as a L3 firewall box, so these interfaces are called L3 interfaces. These are L3 interfaces. Just like a router interface, you can configure IP address. You can configure IP address here. You can configure routing, NAT, VPN. It's L3 box. You can utilize next generation firewall feature because it's a next generation firewall box. But in case if you are using this complete box as a layer 2 firewall, complete box as a layer 2 firewall. So these interfaces are called L2 interface. So you cannot configure IP address on these interfaces. No, because these are what? L2 interface. It's not a switch port. It's not a switch port. No, like a bridge. You can say bridge, but it's like a layer 2 interface. Let's say just like it's not a switch port. You cannot configure IP address here. Clear my point, Faz, Raj? You cannot configure routing onto this box. You cannot configure
Yes,
routing,
sir.
no VPN, no NAT, no. But it's a next generation firewall box. It's a next generation firewall, so we can utilize next generation firewall feature. So the point is, in which scenario we can use our firewall device as a layer 2 firewall, because you can see if firewall box mode is L3 firewall box, so yes, we can utilize a lots of feature. If box mode is L3, we can configure routing, NAT, VPN, we can configure IP address on interfaces. But if box mode is L2 firewall box, we have limitation. We have limitation. We cannot configure IP address on any interface. Routing, NAT, VPN, no. But it's a next generation firewall device. So you can utilize next generation firewall feature. So what is the scenario to use our box, our complete appliance as a layer 2 firewall? Let's discuss a scenario. So I'm working in an existing routing switching topology, for example. I'm working in existing routing switching topology. This is a router. Router is connected with ISP side portion. This side we are using as a LAN side network. These are LAN computers. LAN computers. It's mean layer 2 firewall. We can hide from hackers. It's not like that. Okay. Layer 2 firewall, you can say it's not directly connected with the internet. Fast, you can say. Layer 2 firewall, you are not connecting directly with internet. Because if hacker wants, they can compromise your L3 device also. No problem. Okay. So let's talk about scenario where we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall box. Raj, can you hear me, dear? Raj?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this portion, okay, my point is I'm working in an existing routing switching topology. Into this routing switching topology, everything is working fine. This inside machine can send traffic to the switch. Switch is forwarding traffic to the router. And based on routing table, router is forwarding traffic to the outside. It means into this topology, everything is working fine. As a network administrator, okay, I want to deploy a complete next generation firewall box into this topology. So this is what LAN subnet. This is LAN subnet, right? This is WAN subnet. So let's try to deploy a firewall box. In case if I'm using this box mode as a layer 3 firewall box mode. If I'm using this complete box as a layer 3 firewall box, so these interfaces are L3 interface. That's like a router interface. So each interface will participate in different subnets. So into this existing topology, if you are trying to deploy your firewall box as a layer 3 firewall box, so you need to change your existing IP address scheme. Your single subnet, your single LAN subnet, now it is divided in two different subnet, different network, different network. Yes or no? You need to change your existing IP address scheme.
Yes.
And if you want to deploy your firewall box as a layer 3 firewall box, yes, you can do this. You can change your existing IP address scheme. You can deploy this box as a layer 3 firewall box. You can do this. But in case there is a case, okay, I don't want to change anything into this existing topology, into this existing network. I don't want to change anything. You can say, I want to deploy a complete next generation firewall box in live network, where I don't want to change anything. So I can deploy this complete firewall box as a layer 2 firewall. Layer 2 firewall. If this box is a layer 2 firewall box, so yes, these interfaces are L2 interfaces. No need to configure any IP address. For example, fast Ethernet 0/0/0/1. No need to configure IP address on any interface. So again, it's a single subnet. But yes, you can give a name. For example, it's a LAN interface, it's a WAN interface, and to allow our traffic from one zone to another zone, yes, we can create policy. So layer 2 firewall, we can deploy in live network where I don't want to change any IP address scheme. But yes, with layer 2 firewall box, we have limitation, right? We cannot configure routing. It means layer 2 firewall box, I cannot connect with internet directly. I cannot configure translation rule, NAT option. I cannot terminate any VPN connection. But it's a next generation firewall box, so you can utilize next generation firewall feature. Clear my point, Faz, Raj?
Yes, sir.
I hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what layer 2 file. It's a common concept. It's a common concept. Now let's focus on Palo Alto Firewall. And we can start our first topic. So we can start our first topic, platform and architecture. Can we take a break for 5 minutes, everyone? It's a 4:35. Let's take a
Yeah.
break. It's a layer 2
Yes, sir.
firewall.
Sure.
It's
No problem.
only implement in live net. Yes, existing data center where you don't want to change anything fast, where you don't want to change anything. So you can deploy your firewall box mode as a layer 2 firewall box. Yes. Okay, let's take a break, everyone. 5 minute break. Then we can continue our topic. Okay, please turn off your mic. Yes,
Yes, sure.
please. Everyone can hear me. Raj, Faz.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's continue our topic now. Okay. Faz, can you hear me, dear? Okay, so let's talk about platform and architecture. We can discuss about product family in Palo Alto Firewall network. So if you guys are familiar with Cisco router or Cisco switches or any other vendor, so we have hardware series, right? We have hardware series. Like in Cisco router, you can go with entry level router, you can go with mid range router or high end appliance. So like other vendor, yes, in Palo Alto, you can go with hardware model like PA 7000, 5000 series of the firewall device. These firewall devices you are using for large deployment, or you can say for data center network. For medium-sized network, you can go with PA 3000, 800, and PA 500 series of the firewall device. PA 200 series of the firewall device we are using in an entry-level organization, entry-level network. For example, I have 50 computers, 100 computers. So yes, I can go with PA 200. So let me show you PA 200. Wait. So this is PA 200 firewall device. PA 200 firewall device. You can verify. We have some data interfaces. These are called data interfaces. Data interfaces. You can connect your LAN portion network. For example, here we have a switch and multiple computers. One interface. One interface we can connect for DMZ site network. So we have multiple servers and these servers are publicly allowed. And one interface we can use for ISP side network, ISP side cloud. So data interface we are using for LAN, WAN, and DMZ side network. You can get a dedicated management port. Here we have dedicated management port to manage this firewall device uh, with graphical page, HTTPS, or you can go with SSH option to manage your box through CLI. Okay, console, yes, it's a common port. Console is a common port for any device. It is available. This is PA 200 look like. Okay, if you go with PA 220, for example, 220. So yes, we can. Let's take this one. Uh, which port is any port, Fast? Any data interface you can use as a WAN interface, no problem. Okay, we have data interfaces. Like on router, any interface you can connect with ISP side. Same, here we have data interfaces. See, these are data interfaces. But in PA 220, Raj, we have 8 interfaces. If you compare, in PA 200, we have 4 data interfaces. In PA 220, we have 8 data interfaces, one management port and one console port. To access this Palo Alto firewall device through console, we need console cable. You can connect with console cable, your desktop computer, your laptop device, and you can access. For first time or for local administration, you can go with console page. Should I configure it in WAN mode? There's no mode, okay? Fast WAN mode, no. L3 mode, just L3 mode we have. We can configure IP address. Yes, you can wait. You have a firewall box. How to connect your router with ISP side, Fetch, ISP network. Simple, your ISP connection you can add with router any interface. For example, fast Ethernet 0/2. It's the same. It's the same like any firewall device. You can connect your connection with data interface. Yes, clear my point? You can connect, and now if you have static IP, so you can configure here static IP address configuration. ISP will provide you static IP and gateway information, so you can configure default route. Just like a router. Port mode, I will tell you. But this is the concept. Clear my point? Just like a router. Raj, any question?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is what PA 220. In my example, in my slide, yes, I have two or three or five firewall box. Okay. But if you go to Palo Alto website, you can download data sheet. You can get a detailed information. Okay. So you can visit this website, paloaltonetworks.com/products/secure the network next generation firewall device. Now, in my example, okay, in my slide, I have some entry-level firewall box, mid-range firewall box, and high-end appliance. Let's talk about capabilities, okay? Or you can go to Palo Alto website to check data sheet to verify which firewall is suitable for your organization. Okay, for example, you are working in a small network, you are working with 500 computers. Okay, so you can check data sheet for any firewall device, for any router, for any switch. For example, if I have PA 200, so this firewall throughput is what 100 Mbps, and 50 Mbps is dedicated for threat prevention technique. What is threat prevention technique? What is threat prevention technique? So if you guys remember, we have content ID topic in Palo Alto firewall training. We have content ID topic. So this content ID, you can say content ID, or you can say threat prevention technique. So for threat prevention, 50 Mbps is dedicated for threat prevention technique, and this firewall can support 64,000 sessions. We have four copper gigabit Ethernet interface. If it is suitable for your organization, you can go with this PA 200. If you are looking for any higher model like PA 500, yes, or PA 3000, you can see firewall throughput 2 Gbps, 1 Gbps for threat prevention technique, and this firewall can support 250,000 connection sessions. We have 12 copper gigabit Ethernet interface and 8 SFP port. So you can go with the higher model. In my example, yes, I have 5 to 6 firewall box, but yes, you can check on data sheet. You can visit to Palo Alto website. You can get the information about latest hardware model. Fetch, clear my point, Raj? These are physical appliance, everyone.
Yes,
These
sir.
are physical appliance. Okay, if you are looking for VM firewall box, like other vendor, in Cisco we have Cisco ASA firewall box. Cisco ASA firewall box. If you have ASA with a small v, so this is complete firewall box. But this firewall box we can use in a virtualization network like AWS scenario, Azure network, VMware EXXI network. Okay, in Cisco we have next generation firewall device, FTD. So you can go with physical appliance. But if you have FTD with a small v, so this is what a complete next generation firewall box. But it's a VM firewall box. It's a VM firewall box. You can utilize this VM firewall box, or you can deploy this VM firewall box in virtualization network. So like Cisco, like Fortinet, like Checkpoint. Palo Alto is giving you option. Palo Alto is giving option in case if you're looking for VM firewall box. Yes, Palo Alto is giving option. Either you can go with physical model, physical hardware device, or you can go with PA VM firewall box. So these are series PA VM 500, PA VM 1000 HV, PA VM 300, PA VM 100, PA VM 50. So these are VMCs of the firewall device, and these are hardware model. Now let's talk about architecture of Palo Alto firewall device. Let's talk about architecture of Palo Alto firewall device. And Palo Alto is using SP3 architecture to forward traffic. To forward traffic, Palo Alto is using SP3 architecture. What is SP3 architecture? Single path parallel processing. Okay, so this is your Palo Alto firewall device. Any Palo Alto firewall device, for example, PA200. This is your complete box, and your complete box is divided into two different plane. Your complete box is divided into two different plane: control plane and data plane. So for management related task, you can go with control plane. In control plane, we have dedicated CPU, RAM, hard disk. So your management port, it's a part of control plane. You can connect your management PC with control plane. For data traffic, you can use data plane. And in data plane, we have separate processor, three separate processor you can say, or three separate engine you can say in data plane. Okay, we have signature match processor, multi-core security processor, and networking processor. So we have three separate processor in data plane. So what is the benefit of this three separate processor? As I said, Palo Alto is using SP3 architecture to forward traffic. So when traffic will hit on any ingress interface, then Palo Alto firewall device will create a copy of this packet. It will create three copy of this packet and then send to each engine, submit to each engine, each processor, and they will process this traffic parallelly, not one by one. Okay, they will process this traffic parallelly, not one by one. So for example, signature match processor is taking 1 second to process the traffic. Multi-core security processor 1 second, networking processor 1 second. So they are processing traffic parallelly. So it will take only 1 second to process your traffic. Okay. If you guys check any other old firewall device, any other old firewall device, so they check the malicious information, but they check traffic one by one. Fetch, Raj, one by one. But Palo Alto introduced SP3 architecture. Palo Alto need to introduce. But now every vendor they are using this concept, SP3 architecture. Okay, so they will process this traffic parallelly, not one by one. So it will take only 1 second to process your traffic. Let's talk about detail. Okay, wait. Palo Alto SP3 architecture. Okay. Oh, yes, this page can help you. No problem. This page can help you. So Palo Alto firewall. Palo Alto firewall is divided into two different plane. control plane and data plane. In control plane, we have management processor or CPU, you can say, or engine, you can say. And in data plane, we have three separate processor: networking processor, security processor, and content processor. So you can say content processor or you can say signature match processor. It's the same, everyone. Signature match or you can say content processor. Let's talk about each processor work. Okay. So networking processor is responsible for routing configuration, flow lookup, status counting, NAT, and similar functions are performed on network specific hardware. So for all networking related tasks, we have networking processor. For user ID, app ID, policy configuration, encryption and decryption, we have multi-core security processor. Okay, in Palo Alto Firewall, what we have? We have a user ID concept, app ID concept, policy configuration. So for these, we have multi-core security engine, multi-core security processor. Content ID, content ID. So yes, for content ID topic, or you can say for threat prevention technique, or you can say for security profile, we have content ID. We have a dedicated processor, content ID processor. In control plane, in control plane, we have a management processor. So for all management related tasks, we have management processor. I hope it's clear for you, everyone.
Yes, sir, clear.
Let's talk about again. Let's talk about again uh, control plane and data plane. So I just said Palo Alto Firewall. Palo Alto Firewall is divided into two different planes, control plane and data plane. So I have Palo Alto Firewall box, and these are data interfaces. These are data interfaces, and now I have MGMT port, management port. So these are data interface, LAN, WAN, or DMZ, you can say. And I have one management port. So you can connect your management PC with management port. So this portion, it's a control plane. Let's talk about again control plane. So control plane only for to traffic, not through traffic, to the firewall traffic. Okay. So only for to traffic used for management. So for uh, all management related tasks, control plane is responsible. Control plane is also responsible for HA communication. What is HA communication? So I have uh, high availability configuration, in Palo Alto Box 1 and Palo Alto Box 2. In between Firewall Box 1 and Firewall Box 2, we have high availability link. In Palo Alto, you need HA1 control link, HA2 data link. So control plane. So this HA communication, it's a this is this for this HA communication, control plane is responsible. It's a part of control plane. Session synchronization, it's a part of control plane. What is session synchronization? If this box status is active, this box status is passive, and traffic is traveling through uh, active box, traffic is traveling. When traffic is traveling through the firewall box, so it's a Palo Alto firewall. It's a stateful firewall box. When traffic is traveling through the firewall box, firewall will maintain state of connection in session table, and this session table Palo Alto Box 1 will exchange with Palo Alto box 2. So this session synchronization, it's also part of control plane. Logging, logging, logging option. For logs, I'm talking about logs. For logging, control plane is responsible. So what you can do for logging, what you can do, you can put all your remote logging servers. Okay, we can create a topology like this. Okay, I have a switch. I have a switch. This is management PC, MGMT PC. So I can put all remote logging server in control plane side, in management network side. For example, syslog server, or you have SNMP server by default, okay, by default. By default for syslog and SNMP, Palo Alto Firewall is using control plane by default, okay. So you can put these servers in control plane side, in management network side. But in case in your network, in your network, syslog server and SNMP server, okay, they are available in DMZ network side. This side you have your syslog server and SNMP, for example, SNMP server. Then you can change this behavior, no problem. But by default, for logging, control plane or management, port is responsible. Signature update, for signature update. So Palo Alto is a next gen. I have one ERP server, my internal user accessing. I want some people access it from home. Should I use DMZ or you need both Faz? You can put all your servers in DMZ side network and you need VPN connection. VPN connection. If they want to access your internal servers, they need to establish remote access VPN connection first. After that, they can access private resources. Okay, Faz? Faz, clear? So should I make it server port? I will tell you. Give me some time. Okay. Give me some time. Okay. For interface, port configuration, how to work with port, I will tell you. Okay. Is it clear? This point right now, Faz? This point right now. And Raj for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's focus on this point. So now I'm talking about signature update. So for signature update, see, Palo Alto is a next generation firewall device. So to detect latest information, Palo Alto Firewall can download latest signature update like application signature, antivirus signatures. So by default, Palo Alto is using management port or control plane to download signature update. So what you can do, you can put your ISP connection. Okay, for example, you have a Wi-Fi modem at here. So you can create a connectivity like this. So if this machine is trying to go on internet side, this machine, it's required IP address, mask, gateway, DNS entry, right? Same. If this Palo Alto firewall device is trying to go on updates.paloaltonetworks.com to download latest signature update, this firewall device, it's also required IP address, mask, gateway, and DNS entry. Okay, so you can put separate ISP connection in management network side. In case if you don't have any ISP connection in your management network side, in case, so no problem. You have a single ISP connection. You have single ISP connection connected with this interface, this fast Ethernet 0/5. So you can change this behavior. You can change this behavior. You can update in your firewall device to download latest signature update. Please use this interface 0/5 interface. You can change this behavior. I will show you how to change behavior, no problem. What about data interface, everyone? Data interface we are using for data traffic. We are using for data traffic. Clear my point, Faiz, right now? Raj?
Yes, sir. Till now it's clean.
Okay. Now let's talk about other points here. Wait. Other points. So Palo Alto operating system known as PAN-OS. Like if you are working with checkpoint firewall device, we have Gaia operating system. In Fortinet, FortiOS. In Cisco IOS. In Palo Alto, PAN-OS operating system. And it's a Linux-based operating system. Palo Alto is a zone-based firewall device. It's a zone-based firewall device. So you can create zone here. Palo Alto, checkpoint, okay, Cisco FTD. These are what? These are called zone-based firewall. So into these firewall device, you can create zone. Okay, for example, I have Palo Alto box, so I can create LAN zone. I can create WAN zone and DMZ zone. If you are working with any zone based firewall device, so the concept is if you want to allow your traffic from one zone to another zone, you can create policy. It's not like a Cisco ASA firewall box. By default, traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. No. In Palo Alto, everything is denied. If traffic is traveling from one zone to another zone, it's a deny by default. So to allow your traffic from one zone to another zone, you can you can create policy. So Palo Alto is a zone-based firewall. We can create zone. Okay. Interfaces should be configured to respective zone. Palo Alto is a object-oriented firewall device. Palo Alto, Fortinet, Checkpoint, FTD, Cisco, ASA. These are object-oriented firewall. You can create objects here, and these objects you can use in your configuration. You can use in your configuration. I will show you how to create object. By default, services like ping, SSS, HTTPS, these services, or you can say nothing is allowed. Nothing is allowed on any data interface. On any data interface. Ping, SSS, HTTPS, these are not allowed. These services are not enabled. If you talk about management port, so yes, on management port, these services, only these services are allowed. Ping, SSS, and HTTPS. So you can connect your PC, management PC. By default, here we have 192.168 1.1 IP address by default. So same series of IP you can configure here, same series of IP. You can verify your connectivity. You can access through CLI option. You can configure with graphical page. So these services are enabled, but only on management port. Security policy, security policy should be configured to communicate between multiple zones. So yes, Palo Alto is a zone-based firewall device. So we can create security policy. And traffic is always unidirectional from source to destination. So to allow your traffic from LAN to WAN, you can create separate policy. To allow your traffic from WAN to LAN, you can create separate policy. Policy based forwarding. So if you guys remember in CCNP or in CCNA training, PBR, any idea about PBR, policy based routing? Any idea about PBR, Faz, Raj?
Sorry.
It's not a firewall feature, it's a router feature. Yes, Raj, any idea?
Yes, sir. Actually, I just
We can filter our traffic based on a
right,
source IP, destination IP.
right, sir.
Okay. PBR is a policy based routing. So my point is policy based forwarding for any source IP and destination IP. If you have some entry, if you have some entry in policy based forwarding, and as per your configuration, it's a allow, traffic is allow, traffic is traveling. But for same source and destination, if you have a deny rule in security policy, deny rule in your security policy, so your firewall will give a preference to policy based forwarding. Firewall will check traffic information in policy based forwarding. As per policy based forwarding, if traffic is traveling, traffic is allowed, traffic is traveling. If you have deny statement, deny policy in your security policy rule, firewall will not check. So my point is policy based forwarding can be done which overwrite security policy rule. Clear my point? Faz, Raj,
Yes, sir.
everyone. Everyone, let's continue this topic tomorrow, okay, with everyone. Okay, other students are not available. So let's continue this topic, packet flow concept tomorrow. Okay, Faz, Raj.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's continue with all other student. And please connect on time, same time
Yeah.
at 4 p.m. Okay, I'm
Sure.
sharing this recording in 15 minutes.
All right, no problem.
Okay, bye everyone. Take care, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Bye
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Reverse ACL now we'll discuss. Uh, yes, we can discuss. We can continue this topic tomorrow. Fetch. Bye everyone. Bye.
All right, sir. Bye.